Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome back to another video. Now, today's video, pretty exciting topic because it's all about Eeveelutions. We're going to be taking a look at the top 5 new Eeveelutions we could be seeing in the Generation 8 games Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield. Eeveelutions, always a very interesting topic, and I don't know if you know this, but since Generation 4 we've only had one Eeveelution, being our good old friend Sylveon in Kalos. So I'm expecting at least one new Eeveelution. I mean, I'd be happy with 2 or 3, or push the boat out and give it 4. But at the end of the day, if we don't have a new Eeveelution in Gen 8, that's going to be 4 generations with only one new Eeveelution. That ain't on my watch. I am not happy with that. So today, we're going to be taking a look at what we could see. If you're excited, drop a like down below. Leave a comment as well. What Eeveelution do you believe we're going to be getting in Pokemon Sword and Shield? And also subscribe if you're brand new, because I do daily Pokemon content on this channel. Without further ado though guys, let's get into the video and take a look what new Eeveelutions we could be seeing in Pokemon Generation 8. So starting things off and claiming the number 5 spot in today's top 5 video is a rock type Eeveelution. Bit of a weird one, starting the video off with a rock type. Well, there's actually some evidence behind it. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with our good old friend Stonehenge. Stonehenge is something that has been a mystery since as long as we can really remember. In many people's minds, it is one of the most mysterious places in the world. The set of stones laid out in a concentric rings and horseshoe shapes on the empty Salisbury Plain is, at the age of 4,000 years, one of the oldest and certainly best preserved ancient stone structures on Earth. It was constructed in several stages between 3000 and 1500 BC, spanning the Neolithic period to the Bronze Age. So a lot of history behind these random stones. No one really knows why they were built there, for what purpose or anything like that. They were just kind of there, and they still are to this day. So I do believe that maybe that is going to be in the Generation 8 games. Why wouldn't they be? One of the most famous places on Earth. We're going to the UK region. Why wouldn't we have Stonehenge there? And if we do have Stonehenge there, maybe if we take Eevee there, maybe something magical happens. Maybe that is a location, just like with Glaceon and Leafeon, you have to take them to the Moss Rock, etc. to evolve those. Maybe Stonehenge could be somewhere that you have to take Eevee to evolve it into a rock type Eeveelution. And of course it would evolve into a rock type because it's a bunch of rocks in a circle. You wouldn't be making a flying type Eeveelution, would it? It'd be a rock type Eeveelution. So again, and maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I could definitely see this happening. And who knows, a rock type Eeveelution would be obviously very bulky. Obviously might have a little bit of good attack stat, who knows, probably not the best PDF, but hey, I feel like a rock type Eeveelution would be a really cool fit for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and I think having Stonehenge in the game could be definitely a good way of going about it. So that is why a rock type Eeveelution claims the number 5 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming up next and claiming the number 4 spot in today's video is something that a lot of people do want, and that is a ghost type Eeveelution, myself included. I would love a ghost type Eeveelution. I think it would look incredible, and it'd just be a really cool Pokemon to have in the new game. So how would we go about getting this new spooky old Eeveelution? Well, Casper's brother would be coming to us because of the history of England. Obviously England has been around for as long as we can remember, and the amount of history we have here is insane. And obviously a lot of that history is to do with the monarchy. The kings and queens that we've had throughout history in England stretches very far back. So I do believe that maybe we could have some form of like ghosts of like the kings or queens, or some famous person that's maybe passed away in time. Maybe the character meets them, because obviously we do meet a ghost in the past, the ghost girl in Kalos, and obviously there's a lot of links between the Galar region and the Kalos region, so maybe we got some ghosts floating around in Generation 8 games as well. But I definitely could see us meeting an old king or queen, and maybe they give us some sort of item that evolves Eevee into, I don't know, Spookeon or whatever you want to call him, or maybe they take you to a place just like Stonehenge and that evolves the Eevee into the ghost type, or maybe it's just simply something like taking Eevee to a cemetery. All the ghosts are just completely out of the picture, we just have to take Eevee to a graveyard or something like that, a spooky place, and then that's where Eevee will evolve into a ghost type Eeveelution. Nonetheless though, I think it would be really cool to see a ghost type in the new games. Like I previously mentioned, a lot of people would love a ghost type Eeveelution, myself included, and I think it would be a really cool fit for the Generation 8 games. especially with all the history that we do have in the UK. So that is why a Ghost Eeveelution claims the number 4 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming up next and claiming the number 3 spot for today's video for Eeveelutions that could potentially make their way into Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield is a bit of a stretch, and it is all because of the leak that surfaced not too long ago that basically spoke about Armor Evolution. Now, the only reason this leak has any validity behind it is because it came out a week before the games were announced, and they got the names right, and they also got the location of the region right as well. So you gotta know something to be getting those 2 spot on. I mean, fair enough, the UK region, anyone could have guessed that, but to get the name spot on as well, this person knows some things. But anyway, the leak goes on to say that there is a new form of evolution known as Armor Evolution. So I do believe that if there is a new form of evolution, such as Armor Evolution, Eevee will get it, because Eeveelutions usually get the new features that are released in the new games. If you take a look all the way back to Generation 2, day and night cycles were introduced, and guess what happened to Eeveelutions? We got Espeon and Umbreon. Espeon obviously evolving in the daytime, Umbreon evolving in the nighttime, obviously intertwining with the new game mechanic. Not only that though, we got Glaceon and Leafeon in Gen 4, and they obviously got the new evolution mechanic of taking a Pokemon to a certain place and then evolving them there, and then that is of course 2 more Eeveelutions that got the new game mechanic. And not only that, but over in Generation 6 we got Sylveon, obviously a brand new typing, it got tied in with that, and it also got tied in with the new Pokémon feature. I can never get that name right, but yeah, obviously you have to get 2 love hearts in that, and obviously have Eevee having a fairy type move to evolve it into Sylveon. So again, 2 new features being the typing and the Pokémon thing got involved with a new Eeveelution. So if there is some sort of new game mechanic such as Armor Evolution, we could definitely have that being Eevee. The only problem with this is it would have to be a new type, being Armor type, and that is kind of similar to Steel type, so I don't know about that. But I feel like Eevee might get some form of Armor Evolution, or maybe it's just a normal Eevee but it has an armor form as well. I don't really know, but I could definitely see this being a thing. I mean, it even got its own Z move as well, being Extreme Evo Boost in Gen 7. So Eevee definitely does get a lot of the new game mechanics. So that is why I do believe it could get some form of evolution. We'll just call it Armor Evolution for right now. But yeah, I do believe that could happen, and that is why it claims the number 3 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming up next and claiming the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video is a Dragon Eeveelution. This is the Eeveelution that I want more than anything, and why would it not be now? A lot of points as to why we could have a Dragon Eeveelution. Firstly, it's on the Welsh flag. Wales is of course part of the United Kingdom. That's just a big old hello there to a Dragon Eeveelution. It's obviously got a bunch of dragon history in the UK. There's a lot of dragon mythology and history and all that jazz. So hey, why not all of the kings and queens and the dragon slayers and everything like that could definitely feature a Dragon Eeveelution because of that. And then last but not least, it's weak to Fairy, and of course, as we all know, they always release Eeveelutions being strong against each other, or one of them being good against each other. And we just got a Fairy type Eeveelution in Gen 6, so of course in Gen 8, Fairy being good against Dragon, we could have that, because obviously Umbreon is good against Espeon, Glaceon is good against Leafeon, and now Sylveon could be good against the Dragon type Eeveelution. So 3 actually decent points as to why there could be a Dragon Eeveelution in Generation 8. I really hope so. This is the one I want more than anything out of every other Pokemon that could be introduced in Gen 8. A Dragon Eeveelution is at my top list. It's at the top of my Christmas list. Saint Nick, please don't let me down. Dragon Eeveelution claims the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video. Finishing things off though and claiming the number 1 spot in today's top 5 video as the most likely evolution we could be seeing in Generation 8's Pokemon Sword and Shield is a Steel type evolution. Now the only reason this is number 1 is because it has a little bit more evidence than a Dragon type evolution. So let's jump into it. Firstly, the games are called Pokemon Sword and Shield, both made out of steel. Steel evolution, that just adds up. Next, it is strong against Fairy. Just like the point I previously made about the Dragon Eeveelution, obviously Fairy being good against Dragon, Steel is good against Fairy, so it would still have that. It's just the Steel Eeveelution would have the upper hand against Sylveon. So again, another good point. So I do believe that kind of pushes it more towards a steel evolution happening than a dragon type evolution. They could bring them both out at the same time, but as previously mentioned, one is usually super effective against the other, and they're both just good against Sylveon, so they could bring them both out, who knows. But I would love to see a steel type evolution. Obviously not as much as a dragon type evolution, but any new evolution I'd be very happy with. I just feel like a steel type evolution is a little bit more likely just because the games are called Sword and Shield, and it is of course strong against Fairy. So that is why it claims the #1 spot in today's top 5 video. With that, it does wrap up everything I have to say today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. It really does help out. Leave a comment as well. What evolution would you love to see in the new Generation 8 games, Pokemon Sword and Shield? And of course, subscribe if you're brand new, because I do daily Pokemon content on this channel. I have a couple other videos coming to your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you do have the time. I'm sure you'll like those if you did enjoy this one. That is everything from me though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. Until next time, guys. Peace.